Hi everyone, I'm Anita, holistic nutritionist, health and wellness coach, and I help busy people make lifestyle modifications for a healthy living. So today I'm going to be speaking about insulin resistance. Okay, so insulin resistance, you must have heard this term many a times. To put it in a very simple language, insulin resistance means the body produces insulin, but then the cells are not able to absorb, because of which the glucose that the energy molecule that's produced after digestion is not being utilized by the muscles or the other cells in the body. So basically, this insulin resistance leads to the pancreas producing more and more insulin. But then, because it's not been utilized, the sugar levels in our body also tend to rise because of this. So you usually tend to see this in people who have obesity, who are diabetic, who have PCOD syndrome, or who have thyroid, or anyone with high blood pressure and things like this, lifestyle related issues basically. So what are the major causes of insulin resistance? The number one cause of this is inactive lifestyle, or having a very sedentary lifestyle. The second major cause of insulin resistance is, like I mentioned, any of the lifestyle related diseases. The third is alcohol abuse or smoking. Excessive smoking or alcohol abuse can also lead to insulin resistance. The fourth major reason is because of sleep disorders like insomnia or sleep apnea. These kind of things can lead to insulin disorders, insulin resistance. And finally, drug usage. Drug in the sense, medications like, for sleeping, people use medications to induce sleep, or any kind of steroids or antidepressants. Those things can also lead to insulin resistance. Now, how do we deal with insulin resistance? One, I would say, is change your lifestyle. That is the first and major aspect of any health initiative. Then there are top five foods which I would like to discuss today that can help you dealing with insulin resistance. The first and foremost in that is whole grains. So you can replace all your processed grains or polished foods with unpolished or single polished foods. So consuming whole grains or millets or barley is a very good option. Include all these things as a regular part of your routine. The second thing that you should be including as a regular routine is protein sources like legumes, fishes, lean meat, eggs. These kind of protein sources, which should be a part of every meal of yours. So your breakfast, lunch, and dinner should consume. You should consume one portion of proteins. The next thing that you can consume is fiber rich foods. The major fiber rich foods are raw vegetables. So consuming at least one or two raw vegetables a day could be really beneficial for you. And Of course, green leafy the next one would be green leafy vegetables. One, because they are rich in iron, they are rich in phytonutrients, antioxidants. They're really beneficial for insulin resistance. So at least one green leafy vegetable a day is mandatory. And finally, last but not the least, vitamin C rich foods like tomatoes, amla, lemons, oranges, any of this, whichever is available according to the season, whichever vitamin C rich food is available, you can include that into your diet. One thing about vitamin C rich food is it is a water soluble vitamin. So make sure that when you're eating them, it's not evaporated, or you've not overcooked it, so it just disappears. So you're not doing that, you're consuming it as raw as possible. In terms of vitamin C rich foods, so these things can help in reducing your insulin resistance and improving the absorbability of glucose in your routine. We'll come with a new set of questions and answers tomorrow. See you till then.